Hello dear students and welcome you all in this module on the point management from the topic introduction of syllabus drugstore and business management. So in this module we will discuss about all related to the management. So after completion of this module you will be able to define management, the definition we already discussed in last module. You will be able to explain different levels of management and also you will be able to describe functions of management. So what is the definition of management? Management is nothing but the process in which the all activities related to the business are controlled and managed. In another word, we can say it is the art and science of organizing and directing human efforts applied to control the forces and utilize the materials of nature for the benefit of man. So when we applied the principles and practices in the pharmaceuticals industries, we can say, or in the pharmaceutical drugstore, we can say it as a pharmaceutical management. So here we discuss what is mean by exactly management. So after that, next thing is what different levels of the management. So here are the different layers of the management: top level management, middle level management and lower level management. So what actually includes top level, middle level and lower level management? Top level management includes the board of directors and chief executives. Middle level management includes departmental heads, or we can say head of department, branch managers. And lower level manager includes supervisors, superintendents, sales or section officers, etc. The levels are classified depending upon the position of the particular individual. So we first discussed about the levels and composition of that level and functions of that level. So let me first take top level management. Top level management includes board of directors or chief executives, etc. Means higher authorities includes in the top level management. So what are their functions? So they have a functions like to set objectives or to set a goal, and also to set up board policies of the enterprises. Their function, they also play important function in organizing the business into various departments and divisions. So next function is what? According to that department, they need to appoint department managers. After appointing, they need to issue guidelines for each head of the department. Then next function is what? Coordinating the work of different departments. After coordinating, they need to review the work of the department and taking steps to ensure achievements of objectives. And also they to make the plans for the long term stability of the business is the important role of top level management. Means higher authorities are going to be decided what to do to achieve a particular objective or goal, which persons to be appointed, what policies to be described, or what policies to be set to achieve a particular goal. These all functions are to be set by the top level management, that is the board of director or general management. Then second one is the middle level management. Actually in case of small scale business there is no need of middle level management, and in case of large scale business the middle management is again divided into junior middle level management and senior level management. So what is their function? Their function is what? To follow the instructions given by the top level management, that is the middle level management. The peoples who come under this level are the head of the department or branch manager, etc. So they need to work or they need to perform according to the directions given by the top level management. Then third level is the low level management. They include supervisors or sale officer or section officers, etc. So what is their function? So their function is to make a plan day to day work, to make a planning of the day to day work, then to assign the jobs and issuing order and instruction to the lower workers, then to supervise and guide the workers, also to maintain the close personal contacts with the workers to ensure the discipline and teamwork. The next function of lower level management is to evaluate the operating performance and also to communicate the grievances and suggestions of the workers to the higher authorities. Means lower level management includes supervisors. So they are going to do the supervision on all activities which workers doing, and also they should have to make a close contact to the workers so that they can easily know what are the positive and what are the negative points, and they can convey same to the higher authority so that higher authority can make the changes if there is any need to change, or they can maintain as it is so that business can be run smoothly. So this is about the levels of the management. After that, next point is the functions of the management. So there are main 6 functions of the management. First one is the planning, second organizing, third staffing, fourth directing, fifth one is the controlling, and last 6 is the coordinating. So functions of management includes first planning. Now what is mean by planning? Planning is nothing but it is an intellectual or mental activity, or we can say it is the activity of imagination or activity of judgment. So it includes how to so planning includes, suppose if you want to start your own pharmaceutical industry or you want to start your own drugstore, so what we should to think is that first we should have to think about selection of a proper site, then which items, if you are going to start your manufacturing company, then which items to be manufactured or which product to be manufactured, then according to that which license is required for that particular manufacturing, then how much finance is to be necessary, then how to raise that finance, and also how to sell the goods, because the main aim of any business is what, to earn the maximum profit. So these all things will be covered under this planning. After that, next function is the organizing. So it is again very important function of the management, because it means a group of people which contribute their efforts towards the attainment of certain common goal or objective. Means the objective which is set by the top level management to work according to that plan, and to achieve that goal the organizing committee has to work. So what are the different their functions of the so that they can achieve the goal given by the higher authority easily. So it should include the steps like to identify the activities which are necessary to achieve the particular goal. After identifying the activities, they need to make a group of that activities so that it can be easily manageable. Then after that, they need to assign particular duties to particular individual so that he or she can perform very well. After that, next activity, next function they need to perform is what? Delegating necessary authority to individuals and fixing responsibility for results. Means after unless you are giving any kind of responsibility, there is no any result you will get. So this is again the main function of the organizing committee. And after, the next is what? To define authority responsibility relationship among the individuals so that they can easily work in the organization. So these main activities are to be performed by the organizing committee. So here organizing committee plays a very important role while managing any kind of business activity. Then next, third function is staffing. So what is mean by staffing? So the term itself indicates it is nothing but a right person should be selected for right type of a job. So in this case, the various activities like selection, communication, participation, counseling, training, compensation, etc. comes under. For example, if you want to start your own drugstore, so for starting your own drugstore, you need a pharmacist. So what is the qualification? The minimum basic qualification is the diploma in pharmacy, and the criteria is what? He should registered a pharmacist, and he should has to completed the training which is assigned by the MSPC, Maharashtra State Pharmacy Council, for about medical training. So if he having or if he possesses such a kind of criteria, then he fulfill the criteria. But there are so many peoples, and from that people the one people is select, or how many, depending upon the recruitments, how much recruitments are there, we can select by assigning the criteria. We can select the peoples easily. So staffing includes the activities such as manpower planning, that is determining the number and quality of the employees required in an organization. Then recruitment, selection and replacement. Recruitment is nothing but the vacancies fulfill करणे. Then training and development, म्हणजे जे सिलेक्टेड केलेले आहेत त्यांना ट्रेनिंग, दोज हु आर सिलेक्टेड, then give training to them, also make a development into them. Then appraisal, promotion, transfer and employee remuneration, etc. These activities to be covered under staffing. Then next function we comes to the directing. So what is mean by directing? The once the plans are formulated, the organization structure is created and the specific persons are to be appointed. The next thing is what? Now we ready to work. So the work actually begins under the directing function. Directing involves the issuing orders and instruction, motivating and leading subordinates, harmonizing organizational goals with interest of employees. So the managers have the responsibility of the guiding and supervising their subordinates in the various ways, like by issuing their orders and giving the instructions, also by guiding and teaching the subordinates, or we can provide some training to them, and also supervising the subordinates to ensure that their performance conforms to the laid down standards, means their performance meet the standards. Now we'll come to the next function, that is the controlling. It is nothing but the action which is taken to ensure that the performance of the organization conforms of the plan, means the peoples who are appointed, they are working according to the plans or not. So there should be an adequate control so that the predetermined planned objectives are achieved. But sometimes what happens, strict control on the activities of the subordinate may leads to loss of all initiative and enthusiasm. So we just need to maintain the friendly control. And last function of the management is what? Coordinating. What in this case actually what we need to explain, that in the management of an organization, objectives are laid down which can ultimately be fulfilled only by coordination among its various departments. Unless and until there is coordination, we cannot complete or we cannot get any kind of success in any business. So coordination plays very important role in the success of business. So in case of coordination, we can say they should follow some activities, like each department or division should be precisely informed of its shares in the common task. Also each department should work in harmony with other departments. The working schedule of various departments should be constantly attuned to circumstances. They should have some basic features like a continuous process, like an orderly arrangement of group efforts. Its purpose is to secure a unity of action towards common objectives. Coordination does not arise spontaneously, it has to be created through deliberate efforts. And we can say coordination is the essence of management. Without coordination we cannot get a success. So these are the various functions of the management. Here we discussed about what are the levels of management, what are the functions of that management levels, and also what are the main functions of the management. Thank you and happy learning.